Happy Sunday out there, Vol Nation. When it's all said and done, a win is a win is a win all day long in SEC play. You take it. You can dissect it all you want to, but a win is a win. I've slept on it. I've thought about it. This is Tennessee versus Arkansas the next day. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe. Good to be talking football with you. A lot of lack of content recently. Man, just super, super busy. About to get back into things, especially basketball. Getting ready to start here before too long. I'm hoping to amp things back up here. Thanks for staying with me, guys. Let's get into this thing. Tennessee, Arkansas. Tennessee wins 34-31. And, we can sit here and look at this one all we want to. Were there missed opportunities from Tennessee? Yes. They made plays when they needed to. There's a lot to talk about in this one. And the amount of time I've got, I don't know that I can hit off that I want to. But, I'm going to try to hit it there anyway. But I'm going to start this one off. I'm going to start giving game balls on the next day. So let's get into game balls, and we'll steal a little page here and throw this little clip.
All right, listen up. Oh. Game ball. Ronnie Bass.
All right. Game balls for me this week. I'm going to give them offense, defense, special teams. I'm giving 2 on offense, and I'm going to tell you why. Don't just look at the overall stats on me. I could probably give one to Joey Aguilar. That would be easy every week, I think. But I'm going to Deshaun Bishop, number 1, first 100-yard rusher since Dylan Sampson against Vanderbilt last year. 14 carries, 146 yards, and a touchdown. Would have probably, the way he was running, I would venture to say he would have been closer to 200 had he not got hurt. Hopefully everything's okay with him, and he'll be good to go for Alabama next week. But I'm also going to give a game ball to Peyton Lewis. All right? When he went out, I was listening on the radio at the time when it happened. I had to listen from the third quarter into part of the fourth quarter on it. And if you haven't listened to the radio, Mike Keith and Ramon Foster are awesome. I love hearing them call it. But anyhow, Peyton Lewis, you would have thought when Deshaun Bishop went out, Star Thomas comes in. Nope. They go to Peyton Lewis. And Peyton Lewis finished the game 8 carries for 33 yards. 3 of those carries, though, were huge. 2 touchdowns. And who got the ball on the game icing first down at the end? It was Peyton Lewis who bulled his way to that first down. Tennessee was able to take a knee and run the game out. The fact that he's not been called upon as much, obviously, as Bishop and Star Thomas, yet he gets it in crunch time. Number 1, that's got to be a big confidence booster for him. And this staff, there's something they've seen that they like going to him. He seems to run really hard at the goal line. But all 3 guys do, it seems to me. So hats off to Peyton Lewis on that. I could probably give one to Braylon Staley, too. Had a good game for him yesterday. 6 receptions, 109 yards on the day. Numerous guys, but I'm going to go Bishop and Lewis. I think that was the difference for an offense that missed a lot of plays yesterday, in my opinion. Talk about that more here in a minute. Defense, I could probably go a couple other ways. I'm going Jordan Ross on this one, though. Jordan Ross had a really good game. I could probably easily go Joshua Josephs as well. He did grade out the highest according to Pro Football Focus. Take those, how you want. But Jordan Ross had 2 big fumbles. Of course, Tennessee didn't score off of it, but it halted Arkansas progress. Josh Josephs did have the fumble. Jaden Perlotti recovers it. That was big. Tennessee did get points off of that one as well. Special teams, easy. Max Gilbert for me. Frankly, I'm going to talk about special teams. I'm not impressed with them overall. But Max Gilbert yesterday, yes. Big 50-yarder coming out of the half, gave Tennessee the lead. And, frankly, they never looked back after that. They never trailed after that. Got up by 17. Arkansas made it close. Now, let's kind of look into the game in general. The big talk's going to be about the defense and the struggles. They're opportunistic, but, man, they're giving up chunk plays around the middle. And, this is one of the better quarterbacks they're going to face. Let's make no mistake about that. Taylon Green, 21-31, 256, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He also had 17 carries, 63 yards. Arkansas is a team, 44 carries, 241 yards. That's just with your rushers. For the game, it's the same thing. It includes sacks. Tennessee had 5 sacks yesterday as well. But they can't get off the field, and I'm going to be point blank. Here's where I think issues are at. When they're not getting pressure, these linebackers can't cover. I'm not impressed. Arion Carter can tackle all day long, but they are there was times they blitzed and it felt like they had Taylon Green. He got outside the pocket. Some of the linebackers are not fast enough on this. They're not able to play this zone coverage. There's multiple busts in the secondary as well. Specifically to me, safeties. I think safety play is beyond poor right now. Colton Hood is the man. I think Colton Hood has been really good so far. A lot of the things say he's a first-round pick. Pro Football Focus graded him at 61.5. I thought he was better than that yesterday. That's why I said you take these how you want with them. I thought Farouk had a pretty good game. But overall, man, I still see the angles. The angles are bad. Again, when they're not getting the pressure, the coverage, it's just not there. And I don't – this is a whole other topic for another time. What's the issue? I know they lost some players. They lost some good players last year. But to me, these linebackers I thought would take a step this year. And I don't know that they have. I feel the safety play has gotten – I feel like it's taken a drop off. Obviously, at corner, you were hoping to come into the year Ricky Gibson, Jermod McCoy. Colton Hood was a huge pickup. I don't necessarily think the corner play has been that bad. Here, Georgia, they put Ty Redmond on an island, and Georgia exploited that. Beyond that, though, I feel the corners, that's really the only game I feel Ty Redmond's gotten exploited. Yeah, they've thrown on him some, but I don't think he's been that bad there other than Georgia picked on him. The star positions had its moments. Booz made some tackles. McMurray's made some plays there. I really feel that middle, the safeties and linebackers, that's where it's at. That we've got to step that up. So, to me, and obviously the run game, can't stop the run this year as well. I just don't get why we've had the drop-off that we've had on it. And, that might be a conversation we need to have regarding this defense and why it's dropping off, because I'm afraid at some point this defense's inability to get off the field is going to cost this team a game. It's already did it against Georgia. Let's make no mistake about it. And I don't know if the answer is to go man, because the zones are sure as hell not working. Lots of missed tackles. Edwin Spillman's guy I'm high on. He graded out low yesterday. He's out for the first half next week against Alabama. I still think, though, Edwin Spillman needs to be getting the majority of the reps with Arion Carter at linebacker. We saw Jaden Perlotti make plays. I would like to see more Spillman, Jaden Perlotti, Jaden Harmon than I would T. Lander, Ben Bolton. I think you need speed against elite teams, and I don't know that some of these guys have it. Where do you go? There's a lots of struggles there. Offense. This offense has been good. This offense is leaving points on the field. 2 times yesterday, Tennessee forces fumbles, nothing after it. I think they're missing opportunities with it. Staley stepped up. Where was Chris Brazzell? Chris Brazzell dropped a touchdown yesterday. I know it would have been tough. It hits. I'm a firm believer. If you're playing at Tennessee or in the SEC and it hits your hands as a receiver or a tight end, you should make that catch. And I understand they're all human along the way. I know it happens in the NFL as well. But people were talking Brazzell and Biletnikoff this week. Then he goes 1 catch, 5 yards on it. He was open some as well. Is the thing of it. So, seemed they were going more Kitzelman. Of course, Staley was getting open. Staley was making plays as well. But this offense, man, it's been good. It's been really good at times. And there's times it's been head-scratching as well. Just plays left out there. I thought Aguilar played a good game. He only about had one big mistake where he tried to throw the ball and almost threw it to an Arkansas guy. But other than that, he had that big run at the end of the game where he got the breath knocked out of him is what happened on it. But that essentially secured the win. They still had to get another first down, but they did it. Aguilar was definitely good enough yesterday. The line, they were good in run block yesterday, giving him protection along the way. Of course, Arkansas got to him some, but something's still missing. And I'll be honest, a part of what's missing, I don't know where this aggressive Josh Heupel has hibernated at. I don't like this conservative Josh Heupel. This guy that used to go for the kill doesn't go for the kill anymore. He gets a lead and wants to sit on it. And it come close. I'm not going to say it come close to costing us, but it could have. If Tennessee doesn't run that out and you give it back to Arkansas, who knows what could have happened then. I want to see this guy that used to have the killer instinct, that used to put his foot on opposing teams' throats, come back. Wherever he's at, he needs to go find that guy. I do not like this conservative stuff that's allowing teams back into games. He had a chance to go for the kill at Georgia and did not. And I don't care what anybody says on that. 3rd and 8, you hand the ball off, miss block or not, that is conservative football. That is what that is. Yesterday, 17-point lead, conservative football. You call it what you want on it. I call it conservative. I don't like it. It's going to cost them at some point. It's almost cost them a couple times. Now, it did cost them against Georgia. Could have cost them yesterday. Could have cost them at Mississippi State as well. Penalties, 10-1. Officiating sucked yesterday. Let's make no bones about it. But the bottom line is Tennessee is an undisciplined football team. Got to clean that up. Got to clean that up along the way. Special teams, I said I'm not impressed with. I think Max Gilbert, other than Georgia, has done a good job. I know he missed a kick against Mississippi State too. You got to hit that one against Georgia. Let's make no mistake about it. But overall, he's had a pretty good year on it. I'm not impressed with the punting. At this point, Tennessee might as well go for it at midfield, because almost every time Jackson Ross is punting it into the end zone for a touchback. He did it twice yesterday, because I said, when they went for it, I said, you might as well go for it, because he's going to boot it into the end zone. And that's what's happened here. Punt return game. We're getting nothing out of it. There's no, it's not Boo Carter's fault. Yeah, I know Boo coughed some up earlier, but he's making the catch. That's all he can do right now. There's no room for him to go. So special teams, man, I'm giving it a thumbs down up to this point. Again, Max Gilbert's been good. Max Gilbert does his job. Tennessee's 6-0 and bowl eligible already. But he did his job yesterday. So I'm happy for him that he bounced back from it. I think I pretty much hit all I want to. Alabama week. It's here. Alabama's playing good football. Alabama did what they had to do yesterday. They went on the road and beat 14th ranked Missouri. They went on the road and beat Georgia. I think it's looking more and more like a head scratcher. How did they lose to Florida State? I think that was one of those where everything went right for Florida State and everything went wrong for Alabama on that day. 7:30 game next week, ABC. We know Tennessee's road woes. I think Tennessee comes out more fired up. I thought they were lethargic yesterday. They didn't act like there was much there. Arkansas was talking smack. They were backing it up. And then, Aguilar, and it was fair play. The guy pushes him out of bounds before the half, and he runs into it was the sound thing because the headsets went out. It was a fair play. It just happened he run into it. He didn't hit him out of bounds or anything like that. But Arkansas was talking. Arkansas, I think, headbutted some. Tennessee's manhood got challenged a little bit. I was happy they responded. They come out and got that lead on them in the second half. But conservative plays almost made it an interesting game. Should have been more than it was on that. But Arkansas scored against everybody. They gave Ole Miss a game other than Notre Dame where Arkansas quit, and that got Sam Pittman fired. But that's not a bad football team that Tennessee beat yesterday. But I think when you look at it, it could have been worse on it. But with that said, you take it. It's a win in SEC play. 5-1. You go into Bama. Tennessee's going to have to do a lot right this week. But I think they can beat Alabama. Make no mistake about it. They can absolutely beat Alabama. But you got to clean up the penalties. You've got to you've got to take advantage of the opportunities, and they've got to fix their third down defense. You can't have guys running through the middle wide open all day long, and then when they're getting these drag routes, they're turning them into 20-yard games. 8 plays of 20-plus yards yesterday by Tim Bake's defense. That's not going to get it done against a team like Alabama or some of these better teams that they may play down the stretch. That's not going to get it done against Vanderbilt either. Let's make no mistake about that. There will be some games Tennessee may have to score close to 50 points to win. And I don't think I'm exaggerating on that one all. But, again, I keep saying it. A win is a win. You take it, you move on. Where can they make corrections this week? And thank goodness it's not coming off of a bye week, because something happens to this team. They do not come out of a bye week on fire. But you got the win. You're moving on. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Frank, House of Orange. I'll see you when I see you.